The World Karate Association and ESPN welcomes you to the 1994 U.S. Shidokan Open, where some of the best martial artists from around the world have gathered to test their skills against one another in a unique format of bare-knuckle, full-contact karate. These fighters have come from around the world to test their mettle in an arena where there's no place to run and no place to hide. The U.S. Shidokan Open is brought to you by the Bismarck Hotel. When you visit Chicago, stay at the Bismarck. And by the Chicago Fitness Center, Chicago's premier fitness establishment. We're here at the Bismarck Hotel's Palace Theater, located in the heart of Chicago, Illinois, where a sellout crowd anticipates the start of this premier international martial arts event. What you've just seen is the hors d'oeuvre before the entree. You're going to see history get changed tonight. Not only changed, but moved to the next level, moved into the future, and it's going to be right in your living room. And we're talking about the best of the best martial artists here coming tonight, because when they've perfected their skill, when they've perfected their discipline, and they're so far on the top, where else can they go with traditional rules? Well, that's why the rules have been altered tonight, and that's how Shidokan was born. And they're here tonight to show and find out who's who. They've come from as far as Poland, France, Greece, you name it. And that's why they're here, because their passion will win out, and their skill. I want you to say hello to John Peretti. He's a former four-time world kickboxing champion. He's been in the ring. He's been hit. He knows what it's like. And what are we going to see tonight, John?
I think the spirit of this event comes from feudal Japan. You have Kancho Soeno. He's the founder of the Shidokan organization, and we have fighters from, as you said, all over the world.
And it's not just going to end after a couple of punches, is it?
Oh, absolutely not.
So what you're saying, John, is everything is going to be a total surprise. It's going to be unpredictable, outrageous, grueling. Somewhere, something's got to stop. There's got to be rules.
Yeah, there are rules. They're simple rules. Don't punch to the face, don't kick to the groin, no spinal cord attacks.
And that's it?
That's it.
So, I mean, what we're going to see tonight, we have no idea. It could just be like a freight train barreling down the tracks until somebody drops. That's dangerous.
Yeah, it is dangerous, but these are highly trained, world-class athletes.
Well, with all this going on, how do we know who wins?
Well, they can win by knockout, they can win by points, or by decision of the judges.
It sounds like the level of risk is huge. Shidokan is definitely then only for the chosen few.
That's right, Carrie.
And in the audience, we have our own Julie Lynch walking around getting their perspective.
Hi, I'm Julie Lynch, and I'm thrilled to be here because I get to watch these incredible guys just duke it out in the ring. What could be better? I also have some questions. I want to know why. I want to know why they're willing to be in that ring, why they're willing to spend their money to get here, work incredible hours, and risk the personal injury. We've seen ribs get broken, fractured jaws, noses, not to mention the fingers and toes, and the knockouts, leaving the ring unconscious. Tonight, we're going to find out answers to those questions. We're going to actually see it happen.
Well, Rousseau and Hiro have already advanced into the preliminaries, and now it's going to be Hideshi Ohyabu versus Monroe Skon. That's going to be Japan versus Nebraska. You got to love it, international event, and that's what this is. It's full action, and we're going to find out who the victor's going to be. Now, there's Hideshi Ohyabu on your left. He's 26, 5 feet 8 inches, 154 pounds. He's a big guy. Monroe Skon from Nebraska, the Midwest, 34 years old. That's 8 years difference. And he's 5'8", 155 pounds. And their styles are different, aren't they, John?
Yeah, Skon is a Taekwondo stylist, and he's a kicker from afar. And the other man is a Shidokan stylist, so he's going to be punching, kicking, doing it all.
Now, the point of Shidokan is different from other traditional disciplines, right?
Yeah, they're going to really punch and kick to dominate their opponent.
Now, we're looking at the red belt, by the way. That is, of course, Hideshi Ohyabu. Red for red, and he's it. This is Japan versus the USA.
Skon is backing up. He just doesn't have the distance game down for this kind of fighting. You can see these Taekwondo stylists just don't have it from the inside. The Shidokan stylist has got knees, feet, and hands on the inside.
1, 2, 3, break!
Skon is just dominated here.
He's looking frenzied already. Ohyabu is definitely more relaxed and confident.
Just a much better in-fighter, all-around type fighter.
Ohyabu won the Shidokan World Championship in Japan last October.
A great knee to the face. The second one didn't score, but Skon is frenzied here.
Yeah, he's looking rattled. Might be an easy prediction. What do you think so far?
Well, it looks like he's just dominated. It's bad spinning back kick, zero effect, and a great left roundhouse to the face, and that's got Skon all shaken up.
And Skon is just throwing low kicks. Hasn't learned that it's not having any effect on Ohyabu.
No, he's completely out of it by now. A great ki from the Japanese fighter. Skon's out of gas here.
Just almost paralyzed, isn't he?
Yeah, this is a really amazing little fighter. Terrific left roundhouse to the leg.
Now, we've got an age difference of 8 years. Skon, of course, is 34, while Ohyabu is only 26. He's got to be tired.
Yeah, but I think it's a stylistic difference that's his main problem here. You can just see him walking away. He wants no part of this little whirlwind from Japan.
He's definitely stunned.
This is over.
Could well be.
A picture-perfect roundhouse kick to the right side of his face. That just took the gas right out of Skon.
Hey, there's the towel. Skon's corner throws in the towel. That would make it a technical knockout.
This guy's
Hideshi
going to
Ohyabu.
Ohyabu's going to be very hard to beat.
He's the winner then. Goes to the semifinals. Technical knockout.
This kid can do it all.
Look at him. He still looks like he's just meditating. And coming up at Chicago versus South Africa, Patrick White there is a local Chicagoan. And of course, we're here at the Bismarck in Chicago, Illinois.
What's it all about? In a word, fundamentals, basics, win, win, win. It's not just one thing. It's everything. You know how many number ones there are? This many. Hey, guys, keep the heat on. Not just today, not just tomorrow, every day. If you're second best, what's the point?
If you're looking for the greatest fighters on earth, this is where you'll find them. Tekken 2, powered by Namco.
We now continue with the U.S. Shidokan Open at the Bismarck Hotel Palace Theater in Chicago. And here you see a very intense-looking Patrick White, a local Chicago boy, and of course a favorite in this town. And there's Grant Robertson from South Africa. So we're looking at Chicago versus South Africa.
Keep your eye on this guy White. He is an aggressive, earring donned guy.
At 27 years old, 5 feet 10 inches, 155 pounds, Grant Robertson from South Africa, 22, 5'9", 144. Their styles are different too.
Oh yeah, the Shidokan and Kyokushin system used to be the same, but now the Shidokan system has evolved.
And South Africa is one of the newest members now to Shidokan, so they're going to really show that they've got what it takes to make it work.
This guy, Patrick White, just comes right at you.
Ooh.
Nice little takedown for White.
White's first kick intimidated Robertson right away.
Can you get up? You want to continue? Yes.
It's quite possible that Kyokushin fighter's never been on his back that hard before. I like the way White holds his elbows in close also.
Look at that, how Robertson slipped on the kick. If I were Robertson, I'd be afraid for the rest of this fight.
Great little left hand to the body and the knees that follow. Never turn your back on a Shidokan stylist.
Which is different now, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of these guys aren't used to that close-in kind of knee attacks to the face. Takes them by complete surprise.
Oh, man, Robertson's looking like scrambled eggs there, isn't he? Just woozing, swooning. And that's it. Sportsmanship. That's a key thing here in Shidokan. Always a gentleman. These people are professionals, after all. And we're looking at a knockout.
And the South African contingency helping each other out of the ring.
And right there on the left, Johan Mueller, also from South Africa. They are the newest addition to to international Shidokan.
You can see that in the Shidokan system, you can grab with both hands and kick at the same time. That's unlike any other tournament.
We're seeing the birth of a brand new discipline, aren't we? Let's go now to Julie Lynch, who's getting inside of the head of Patrick White.
Okay, we are here with Pat White. He has just won the first round. How you feeling, Pat?
Feel good. You got a long way to go, but I feel good.
That happened pretty fast. You were kind of in and out. Tell me about it.
I got a little bit crazy there for a second, but I'm glad to be, starting on my way. I got 2 more fights, so.
You ready for that?
Yes, I'm ready to go. I want to fight right now.
Great.
Let me go back in there now. I'll go now. I'm ready to go.
I'm glad to hear it. I hear you're the ballistic man, and you've proven your name.
I told you yesterday that wasn't true, right?
I don't believe it after this fight. Congratulations, Pat.
Thank you very much.
Okay, back to Kerry.
Thanks, Julie. Well, we've seen the preliminaries paving the way for the semifinals as the global competition continues. Next, it's going to be Japan versus Canada. Hideshi Ohyabu versus Paul Rousseau.
Why spend an eternity searching for the abs of your dreams when in 5 minutes a day you can be on your way to looking and feeling great? The ultimate abdominal exerciser, AbWorks by Nordic Track. Exercise upper, lower, and oblique abdominal muscles for a firm, strong, sexy midsection. Unlike ab rollers, AbWorks is the only patented ab exerciser with reverse crunch design. Effectively train the stubborn muscles of the lower abs. AbWorks' patented design supports your head, neck, and back for a comfortable, safe workout. Find the abs you've been searching for. Try AbWorks for 30 days. If you're not on your way to being more fit and trim, Nordic Track will refund your purchase price. Call to order and get the AbWorks system and free workout video with 15 AbWorks exercises and fitness expert Jen Miller's aerobic exercise program. All for just 4 credit card payments of $29.95. Get the sleek, sexy abs you've always wanted. AbWorks by Nordic Track. Call now.
Well, we make trades all the time, and we made a really big one with Melrose Place. It was a blockbuster. We got Shu, they got Steiner.
Andrew? Thanks, Gary. I spoke with NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue this evening. He would not confirm nor deny reports that the Chicago Bears...
Worked out great for us. For them, you're going to have to ask them about that.
Hi, Sydney. I'm Bobby. I'm the new pool boy. Want to rub some cocoa oil on my back?
Maybe we got the better end of the deal.
And we now continue with the U.S. Shidokan Open. And our fighters coming up, it's going to be Japan versus Canada. There's Hideshi Ohyabu, 26 years old, 5'8", 154 pounds, versus Paul Rousseau from Canada at 23, 5'6", 154, same weight, but once again, different fighting styles.
Yeah, and Paul Rousseau beat Darryl Go in the preliminaries. And he was a Wing Chun stylist. This guy's a Shidokan stylist. He's going to have a difficult time.
What can we expect from Rousseau this time?
Rousseau's got that big, powerful right and left hand, and Ohyabu also is a big, powerful puncher on the inside, but Ohyabu has the knee and kick advantage, I believe.
Looks like a little frisking going on there. What is that?
Make sure that they don't have any shin guards in place that they shouldn't have.
Your handguns or chains, sledgehammers. They're getting ready now.
Now, this guy Rousseau, he was a high school wrestling champion.
He's got a look of fear. Do you see that, too?
I don't know. There's intensity in both their eyes. That big left hand of Ohyabu is very important.
He's blocking every punch coming at him.
Rousseau retaliating with that kick to the femur.
The intensity of Ohyabu.
The repeated pounding to that right femur is very destructive. That tract shortens up and you can't move your leg.
Hard to recover from that.
It's impossible to recover from that.
In the red, by the way, is Rousseau. That's how you can tell. He's from Canada. Again, Canada versus Japan.
And this kid Rousseau can do it all. He can box, he can wrestle, he can kick.
Ohyabu's got that good left hand. That was the tough thing with Rocky Balboa as a southpaw.
Terrific takedown was great. But that wasn't a clean takedown.
Don't forget, ladies.
Just an absolute pounding to the upper body with those reverse punches. Careful with Rousseau behind you because he can take you down.
Rousseau in the red.
Great right hand lead and a counter from Ohyabu.
Rousseau seems like he can't protect himself anymore.
Notice the way the referees break after 3 seconds. That's very important. Keeps the action going. Different from other Japanese tournaments.
Keeps them killing each other, too.
The idea is to not get any rest periods for these fighters. Ohyabu finished with a great left roundhouse to the femur.
Well, we've got a draw here, which means we take it into the next level.
Well, you notice that he didn't get points for the takedown because it was not clean.
And that's important. That's one of the good things. Even though this is such high action, there are specific rules, keeping it gentlemanly and keeping it civilized.
You can see Rousseau's wrestling experience come into play here. He does a little go behind. He's got the ankle up in the air, grabs around the waist, touches the right ankle, and pulls him over the leg. Just not clean enough for this kind of tournament.
This will take us into round 2. Looks recovered, doesn't he? These guys know what they're doing. They are professionals. They've been training for years. 8 years, Paul Rousseau, Hideshi Ohyabu for many years as well.
They're off. Those low punishing roundhouse kicks are just terrific. You see Ohyabu's pant leg is starting to rip. Little go behind, and another nice takedown, but still I don't believe that was clean enough.
Now, clean versus not clean.
Now in judo, you know, there's different degrees in which you can take somebody down, and you get different points for it. In this, if you take a guy down perfectly and follow with a punch, you get a point.
And if you don't, you don't. Now, look at that. That's dirty fighting, would you say?
No, that's just the inability of the uniform to take that kind of abuse.
Blame it on the cloth. Rousseau is in red. He's from Canada. Hideshi Ohyabu from Japan. Japan versus Canada.
Watch the way these Shidokan stylists put their punches together. It's like 1, 2, 3, and then follow with a kick to the leg. Oh, very bad for Rousseau. He lands an inadvertent left hand to the face of Ohyabu, and oh, this is a true testimony to the toughness of this individual. That's a penalty point issue.
We know him, though. We know he's going to get up.
That could hurt Rousseau. He loses a point.
He'll at least get warned.
Oh, he wants to fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no punching to the face.
That's it. Watch the face punch.
Oh, yeah, straight on the butt.
How? Look at it coming down. Boom!
Perfect straight left, right on the butt.
So there will be a penalty.
Oh, he wants to fight.
Wouldn't you?
Oh, he's a tough guy. I don't know. He wants to fight.
Well, they both do now.
Rousseau's got his hand out. He's saying he's sorry and apologizing there behind the referee's back.
Seem to be evenly matched all of a sudden.
It's a lot more respect here in this round.
Yeah.
Tries again for that left roundhouse kick from inside. Tough little kick with no pivot there.
Remember, these people aren't paid to be here. This is passion. When you get to be this good, this is where you go.
Rousseau's got that great right hand, and Ohyabu's got that wonderful little left. Ohyabu seems to be the much smarter puncher here. He puts one under the left arm, one over the right hand.
And we'll be back with round 3.
Firestone has developed a new tire technology so advanced they use it on Indy cars in the worst possible condition, the rain. And if it can handle 172 miles per hour wet, 55 is a piece of cake. Introducing the Firehawk SC50, made possible by Unity, our ultimate tire technology, and by a tread patterned after our original Firehawk Indy rain tire, the Firehawk SC50, for the rain, for the road.
Stop! Those beers are old!
But the expiration date says...
Forget expiration dates. These born-on dates tell you when it was made, so you know it's fresh.
So what do we do with those?
Budweiser. Fresh beer tastes better.
Scary, huh?
You want real? I'll give you real. All-Pro Guard Will Shields. Will protects the touchdown boys. No glamour there. Somebody gets in the way of his running back, he says, hello, that's real. What's a guy like that do to refuel? He heads to Boston Market for a chicken carver combo. That's a real meal for $4 for a limited time. $4 gets him a chicken carver Sammy, side order, and drink. All for $4. That's real. Then what? He's back in the trenches. Looking for a little dessert. Eat big, eat real, eat a Boston Carver.
How do you keep track of everything that happens in the world of motor racing? You drive with us. RPM tonight, the ultimate wrap-up of the day that was in the world of motor racing. Tonight at 7, only on ESPN2.
We now continue with the U.S. Shidokan Open, and there's Hideshi Ohyabu getting a little instructions in the corner, getting ready. We're going to see an instant replay here to show the unclean throw, because, of course, the one doing it has to remain standing, right, John?
Yeah, after the throw, he has to still be standing upright. And you can see, at this point in time, everything's great, but then he loses his own footing and falls on top of him.
Now, the score is 0-0. Paul Rousseau does have that penalty.
That's going to weigh heavy.
Paul Rousseau in the red, he's from Canada. Hideshi Ohyabu from Japan. Global competition. Both sides of the planet.
Yeah, we got a real nice infighting here. Rousseau almost lands the left roundhouse kick, as Ohyabu has been doing almost all night. Tries again.
Of course, there's got to be a slight disadvantage having a rip in the gi the way Ohyabu does. In the pant leg there.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
Rousseau seems to be looking at Ohyabu's chest to see which way his shoulders are going to move. Seems to be concentrating on that.
I think Ohyabu's well aware of the little go-behind tactics of Rousseau now. He doesn't let him slip around anymore.
You know, John, this has got to look strange to people watching. We've seen so many punches and hits and all this going on, and yet the score is still 0-0.
Yeah, and it's a penalty point against Rousseau. Let's not forget that. In a normal bare-knuckle contest, they would just award this to Ohyabu. But in this kind of contest, they let the judges not play such a very important role. They let the fighters fight it out.
So they put the gloves on. This way the fighters decide who's going to win, which removes any prejudice that a judge might have, for instance, hopefully, right?
Right. They're going to take the gis off the tops, and they're going to put on 10-ounce gloves. This is overtime. This is Shidokan rules of overtime.
Now, without the gloves, you can't hit to the face. With the gloves, you can.
Right, you can hit to the face. You're still not able to elbow to the face. But this is a different game.
So now we've taken it to the next level where the gentlemen decide who's better.
Right, and we don't have to go out and break boards or prove things in obscure ways.
But we prove it in the most obvious way. There's your score right there, as you can see, 0-0-0-0-0. And that hopefully will change here at round 4. Rousseau wearing red, by the way. He's in the corner from Canada, and Hideshi Ohyabu from Japan.
Rousseau has a 7-1 kickboxing record, so he comes in with some experience.
This could be a 2-minute round.
Both fighters,
Eddie Yoshimura in there just manhandling his lightweights. Oh, you could hear that blow from here.
Rousseau's taking an awful beating.
You know, Rousseau has a really good right hand to the body. Let's see if he can pop. Oh, he just got countered over the top. 2 left hands on the right.
I think we're going to see some sort of decision being made here between the two. What's your prediction?
I don't know. Right at this point in time, we're looking at a really strong round. Ohyabu trying to get that knee in.
Still looks like a pretty even match, doesn't it?
Trading front kicks. And that knee trying to get in again. Ohyabu with an overhand right 3 in a row.
We are seeing fatigue setting in, though. Look at Rousseau in the red. He's just sort of hanging on there, clutching Ohyabu.
A beautiful left knee by Rousseau. Straightened by Ohyabu right up. Careful with Rousseau so close to him again. Not a clean takedown again.
One has to remain standing on that.
Ohyabu with a very nice overhand left.
Rousseau is really looking wiped out there.
I don't think so, Kerry. I think he's counter-punched terrifically in this round. Protected himself from those knees.
Well, there's the bell. We'll find out as we continue.
If you have one of these or one of these, then you're ready for the most useful tool ever invented. Introducing the Roto 7 Power Disc, a disc so strong it can cut through this hardened steel file, power through this brick, zip through copper pipe, and even cut through masonry with ease. The tempered carbide disc cuts right through this iron chain and shears off any nail in its path. Roto 7 not only breezes through ceramic tiles, but even makes rounded corners quickly and easily. Use it on your circular saw to cut smoothly through Formica. No binding, no kickback, and it always leaves a clean, smooth edge. But cutting is just the beginning. Roto 7 will sharpen your tools, even your lawnmower blade, and it'll grind just about anything. All your work comes out clean and burr-free. You get not 1, but 2 power discs. And if you order now, we'll also include this Roto 7 sanding disc. Just look how easily it strips away old paint. Ordinary sanders keep clogging up, but Roto 7's open mesh keeps it running clog-free. You get all 3 discs for only $19.95. So order your Roto 7 now.
Call toll-free 1-800-892-1212. That's 1-800-892-1212. Or send check or money order for $19.95 plus shipping and handling to Roto 7, 2 Morgan Avenue, Norwalk, Connecticut. Or call now 1-800-892-1212.
Did soccer discover America, or did America finally discover soccer? Either way, soccer is here in a big way, and it's here for good. The MLS on ESPN2. Action continues when the LA Galaxy takes on the Dallas Burn. Thursday at 8:30 on ESPN2. The MLS on ESPN2. Finally, America gets it.
We now continue with the U.S. Shidokan Open. As you see there, round 5, another extension overtime.
Got to be careful with Rousseau behind you like that. Oh, Eddie Yoshimura didn't like that at all.
And you've got an even score, and of course Rousseau's got that warning. One more warning. He's out of there.
This fight is very even.
Japan versus Canada. Rousseau, when he turns around, you see the red sash. He is the Canadian. Ohyabu from Japan, real powerhouse.
Yet another takedown, but just not clean, and Rousseau has not remained standing afterwards. A nice right hand by Rousseau. And Ohyabu holds on. Another right hand. Yoshimura breaks. Ohyabu with a burst of energy. Gotta be careful there. And a single takedown leg, but still not clean.
One has to remain standing every time. Now those takedowns have got to hurt. They've got to sap your energy, John.
Very, very tough. And continually being put on your back is very difficult for the bottom man.
So these guys don't even have time to recover. They just are forced to get back up. When you're involved in this fight, you can't just leave, stop in the middle. You've got to take it through to the end.
No, if the ring doesn't hold you in, then the referee does.
It's an endurance test like none other. That's what makes Shidokan so different. That's why they come in from all over the world for it.
You can see the fatigue setting in both these fighters. Their mouths are wide open.
And those gloves have just got us smart each time. There's the bell again.
Yoshimura looking for evidence of someone winning this round. We see the takedown and Rousseau losing his feet.
Well, you know what it looks like? Score is even again. That's right. That means we go into yet another extension, round 6 of overtime.
Unprecedented in this event. Simple slip and fall.
How far can this fight go, I wonder? Any thoughts yet, John?
Well, this
how do you know
dead even to me, and obviously to all the judges. Nice lead left.
I'll tell you, exhaustion is beginning to set in.
This is a terrific fight.
Just think, John, whoever wins this is going to have to end up in the finals, still fighting more.
A little collapse here.
These guys must be motivated by maybe Ohyabu by honor at this point, fighting against a Canadian.
Well, his teacher is right there in the audience, only 10 feet away.
The drive of these guys, the stamina to keep getting up and going back at it.
And there's Rousseau popping up.
It's like a sudden burst of mania here.
Yeah, Rousseau is psyched up here. Ohyabu's mouth is just gaping open.
I think we're down to the nut here. These guys want to make it happen.
Rousseau again getting hit on the way in.
He's almost desperate looking. Do anything.
Referee in total control of this match.
See an example of the fight or flight syndrome. There goes the mouthpiece. Rousseau just lost his mouthpiece. It's in the ring now to the left. Rousseau in red from Canada. Bell's up.
Who will he give this one to?
Well, who can tell? Can this possibly go to another round? Look at Rousseau. He's looking kind of damaged.
Rousseau looks fresh. Ohyabu's mouth is hanging open.
Yeah, right. But we'll find out. Don't go away. The U.S. Shidokan continues.
You have 1 minute to decide the rest of your life.
The critics have a hit on their hands. 2 Days in the Valley outpulps Pulp Fiction.
What? You killed him, Ray.
A 5-star cast in a 5-star movie. The funniest, sexiest, most dangerous comedy in a long time. It's this fall's Gotta Go See It movie.
Really?
MGM Pictures dares you to spend 2 Days in the Valley. Rated R. Starts September 27th.
Time's up.
Where's Candace? She coming?
I left her a message, but it's like she's gone into hiding.
Oh, we're not ready to order yet.
Guys, it's me.
Candace? Don't tell me it's that Sprint dime a minute thing.
It's made me more popular than a 3-taco combo platter.
Yeah, now I hear Sprint's gone and improved it.
Introducing 10 cents a minute, 24 hours a day to the number you call the most.
So, do you want to sit down and eat?
Are you nuts? In these pants?
Call now for 10 cents a minute, 24 hours a day to the number you call the most.
We now continue with the U.S. Shidokan Open. There's Eddie Yoshimura. He's talking to the judges, and I guess he's going to have to talk to all of them. Of course, the idea is to give the fighters the gloves, and as you can see, the score there is zip, and the fighters decide who wins. But these guys have gone 6 rounds already. They're almost dead, so somebody's going to have to make a decision.
Yoshimura is now telling all the judges that we're only going to go 1 more round. So they tried to leave it up to the fighters, but now it is going to go to the judges' decision, I guess.
This would take us into the 5th minute of overtime extension. Unheard of. These guys are brutalized. There's Ohyabu, he's from Japan. Paul Rousseau, right there on the right, wearing the red, he's from Canada. Japan versus Canada. These guys are going to do it. We're talking 2 sides of the planet competing in Shidokan.
Oh, they jumped the gun.
Samurai time, right here, right now, the warrior spirit alive and well. These guys need to win.
Now, Ohyabu is dominating. Little rabbit punch behind the head.
It's a sudden burst of energy. And remember, Rousseau's got penalties and warnings. If he gets 1 more, he loses automatically.
You see that little knee to the femur by Ohyabu. Ohyabu with a takedown of his own.
30 seconds. The stamina these guys have is incredible. There's Tomas Kucheruski in the corner there. He's the undisputed heavyweight world champion, also living in Canada. Trained with Rousseau great many times. Funny how they may not speak the same language, but they sure fight it, don't they?
I think Ohyabu has the edge here.
Oh, we're getting down to the nut, just a few more seconds. And there's the bell. Now it's decision time.
Ohyabu's got his hands up.
Well, that's that. Does Ohyabu want another extension?
Rousseau does not look pleased with himself.
Well, the decision's about to be made. We know that Rousseau has penalties against him. Ohyabu has no penalties against him. And it's been given to Hideshi Ohyabu from Japan. Japan over Canada.
And a very dejected Rousseau.
And the crowd loves it. The crowd is just really loving that decision, aren't they? Maybe a lot of Canadians sitting in there. Sportsmanship.
A terrific fight.
Yeah. Brutal. Tomasz Kucheruski again from Poland. Yeah, Rousseau. Not much of a grin with that mouthpiece, huh? You know, listen to that crowd. We either have an audience of just Canadians or they simply don't agree with that decision. Look how bummed he looks there.
Rousseau, a tough, discontented opponent.
And remember, he also had those penalties, which weighed heavily against him. Ohyabu had none.
Ohyabu landed the majority of the punches in this round.
Tough fighters, both of them. You got to admire two guys who keep coming back like that. Julie's with Paul Rousseau right now to get his reaction.
Hey, I'm here with Paul Rousseau. Paul, you fought an amazing fight. Now, the whole beauty of this is that usually the decision is made by the fighters. It doesn't usually go to judges. Your fight went to the judges. Do you feel like it was a fair decision?
I don't really know what to think about it. If I could put my techniques together like I usually can, it went to have to go to the judges' decisions. But
you seemed to hurt him continually, but he kept coming back. What did you think of that?
Well, he's like a leech, you know, that guy. But you know, if I could have fought like...
What do you mean a leech?
He's always on you. He's always on you. You don't want to get off.
It did. It seemed like it turned into a wrestling match almost.
Sure. Yes, it did.
Did he hurt you?
No, he didn't hurt me at all. He kept punching me in the throat, and you know, I'll cheat more than anybody if somebody else is cheating. But...
Were you pleased with your performance here in Chicago?
No, not at all.
Now, last year it took you 4 months to recover. Is it going to take you time to recover this time?
No.
Will you be back?
I'll be back.
He'll be back. Excellent. Congratulations. We'll see you next year. Thank you.
Well, after all that, Hideshi Ohyabu gets to do it again in the finals. Coming up, we're going to see Patrick White from Chicago versus Koki Hiro from Utah.
For years, ESPN has been working to improve sports for the fan.
Designed to extend the season for fans in places like frigid Lambeau Field, the Toasty Ball is heated by a small plutonium furnace. But at 130 degrees, it's too hot to handle.
But experiments like Toasty Ball did lead to a breakthrough in coverage for all sports. ESPN Net Sports Zone. With Chris Mortenson's column, drive charts, everything you need to be a better fan. ESPN Net Sports Zone. Technology for you.
Don't get the classes I want. Won't graduate on time. Can't believe they're raising tuition. This is not working. But this will. Classes I need to graduate on time, and no surprises about tuition. Works for me.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0099. That's 1-800-942-0099.
Here's you. Here are the college football games you want to see that you can't get on TV where you live. Here's what you'd have to do to see them. You'd have to go here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and of course you'd still need tickets. Now here's a much better game plan. ESPN Game Plan. Lots of great college football games you can't normally see. Sent right to you. Call your cable operator or DirecTV to order ESPN Game Plan and see some of these great games in your home this Saturday. See Friday's USA Today for Saturday's game plan.
We now continue with the U.S. Shidokan Open, and we've got a real powerhouse coming up. And there he is on the left, Patrick White from Chicago, a local boy, 27 years old, 5'10", 155 pounds, versus another American, Koki Hiro from Salt Lake City, 26'5", 147. Different styles, but somewhat similar, huh, John?
Yeah, the styles are very similar from origin, but their height differential seems pretty extreme.
That's big. We're talking 6 inches. One of them is tall and lanky, and the other one isn't. We may see some problems there.
You got to watch this Patrick White. Don't blink on him. No stylistic change for him at all. Just charges out and dominates.
Right off the bat. This fight will determine who fights Ohyabu, by the way. It's important.
4 knees in a row. No rebuttal.
Koki Hiro in the red.
Tries to make a spinning back fist, but Hiro gets within his distance and he can't use it.
Patrick White just charges in and just throws Hiro like a rag doll.
Oh, I love the intimidation at the rope there by White. Usually when the smaller man is on the inside, he has some pretty good advantage.
Seems like Hiro's just thinking about low kicks. Looking down all the time. See that?
Patrick White taking some shots to the midsection. Really wants to land those knees to the shorter opponent.
And White likes grabbing Hiro by the neck so Hiro can't maneuver. Just likes to hold him there still. Is that a stylistic thing?
That spinning wheel kick was bad from that distance.
Just right in the butt.
He also catches a little bit of that right instep, and I think that instep's hurt.
You know, kicking a man while he's down is one thing. Looks like he might have had a pre-existing condition. Didn't look like the impact was so brutal.
He's got that right foot taped already. Those metatarsals might be tender.
So he's got a throbbing foot there. Maybe we can... There it is. Yep, it's bandaged up. And that was done in the preliminary fight, wasn't it, John?
Yeah, that happened with Ota from Japan.
Look at that, he's saying, come on, move your toes if you can, and there's just no movement there. That's got to hurt. You've been through that kind of stuff, John. It's hard to bounce back up, isn't it?
He starts moving it, he might be able to get up. There it is, just a little wobble. Those metatarsals are so fragile. That's like getting hit with a hammer between those long, thin bones.
Oh, is a wobble enough, though? Can you still bounce around and maneuver?
Well, these Japanese fighters are very, very tough.
Well, that he's even considering it as something there, huh? Well, he's getting up. Pain or no pain, huh? These matches are something. These
He's
guys
gonna
come
fight.
in.
This boy wants to fight.
I imagine there's got to be a warning or a penalty or something here. That kick in the backside was something.
I don't think it was critical.
White does get a warning for kicking his opponent while down. Changes the perspective slightly. White, he's a mean bugger, isn't he?
Yeah, that was his friendliest gesture tonight.
I'd hate to run into him outside a bar.
3 knees again. 4 knees.
Just out of control. Yeah, he's like an animal right out of the woods. Look at him go. Just
careful, that little man inside. A great judo throw, and he held his feet.
That looked clean.
Let's see if they'll give it to him. Yes, 1 point.
So Hiro throws White down, gets 1 point from a clean judo throw. That means Hiro won, White nothing.
Hiro wins the round after getting dominated.
And here White was doing so well, and the tables switched. That's the thing about Shidokan, totally unpredictable. Here's the throw now.
A great little hip throw. Retains his feet. Almost follows with a perfect punch to the face.
Right now, let's keep working on what we're doing.
And there's Patrick White, a Chicago boy, of course, a local favorite.
Hey, bring it out of me, man.
He is. I'm from Chicago.
That looks like
that look is it.
That's Ralph Linares. I don't know if you can see him in White's corner. He's a former Shidokan champion.
There's Koki Hiro getting a little water, a little wake-up juice there. A little aftershave. Wake up, come to. He's eager. See those eyes. He wants to do it.
He's also winning.
Remarkable people. And he's bouncing around pretty well, wouldn't you say?
He's testing that foot. You can see him rolling it back and forth.
This brings us into round 2. Koki Hiro at 1 point.
Oh, let's take that. Beautiful. White with tremendous punches on the inside. That knee connected. And another. And another. 4 unanswered knees.
And White is 6 inches taller than Hiro, so he's got that definite advantage, longer legs.
Looks like White has lost his mouthpiece.
White is the guy who said, I forget I'm not fighting on the street sometimes. And I destroy anyone who gets in my way.
Well, he's a dominant fighter.
White's the guy who fought last year with a broken hand. Hiro's impressive. He's a guy who just keeps taking it. The other guy's 6 inches tall.
Oh, great knee. Oh, double knee.
Look at that. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. White knees Hiro to the face, grabs him by the back of the neck, knees, boom, down. Here it is.
First one catches him on the right side of the mandible, and the second one comes in directly underneath.
Crack, and wow.
He pushes his head down for good measure.
That is a clean KO if you're ever going to see one. Right down and out. And there's Patrick White showing Shidokan sportsmanship, saying it's an honor to fight you. That's what it's all about here. That's why this sport is different from others. And that's Patrick White winning by a knockout. And now he moves on to face Ohyabu in the finals, and we'll be back with that final fight for the championship in a second.
We take a great deal of pride in being the best. Doesn't happen by chance. It's all really about what you're made of. You gotta want it. You gotta really want it. You gotta have that fire. It's the only way. The object of any game is to win. You never, ever, ever settle for second best. Competition's a good thing.
If you're looking for the greatest fighters on Earth, this is where you'll find them. Tekken 2, powered by Namco.
Soon you'll be able to know immediately if statements like these are true. Mr. Gullible. ESPN News Network, the 24-hour sports news network from ESPN. Who else?
Formula One winds through the streets of Cascais. The Grand Prix of Portugal, Sunday, 7:45 on ESPN2.
And welcome back to the U.S. Shidokan Open. And this is the biggie, the finals, one we've all been waiting for, and it's United States of America versus Japan. And there's Patrick White from Chicago, Illinois, USA, 27 years old, 5'10", 155 pounds, versus Hideshi Ohyabu from Japan, 26, 5'8", and 154 pounds.
The referee now is Kancho Yoshiji Soeno, founder and grand master of the Shidokan system.
Patrick White, a brutal animal, a guy who says, I want to destroy anyone who gets in my way, and we saw what he did last time.
Let's not forget, Ohyabu had a very tough fight in the semis.
And Ohyabu's coming in after being just absolutely brutalized and hammered.
White's power's already telling.
Ohyabu in red, by the way.
Slightly different tactical fight for Ohyabu here. He's on defense.
And we're also seeing that White is, again, 2 inches taller.
Let's not forget that White can kick to the head with that left leg. It's evident here.
And Hideshi Ohyabu in red also is the current world lightweight Shidokan champion. So he's a guy who is not going to quit now. Of course, he is coming in after a hell of a battle from the last match, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. This boy is strong. There's that kick to the head.
It seems like White's focus never changes. He's in the same mindset over and over again.
You'll notice within the system that when someone else has to replace a garment, that the opponent kneels down on the other side of the ring in tradition and respect.
And there's that 2 inch taller, long and lanky Patrick White with that dangerous left leg. What kind of strategy is he going to use this time?
He moves in so well with knees to a smaller opponent.
And this is the biggie, of course, the finals. Whoever wins this one is going to be the new U.S. Shidokan lightweight champion.
Patrick White just hurt him with a right roundhouse to the femur. That's the second.
White just loves aiming at that left leg, doesn't he?
White is dominating now. Ohyabu turned his back for a second, and you see that track was getting shorter and shorter on his leg.
You know, Ohyabu
continually knees that.
Now he's limping. He's hurt. He's hurt. He's going to have to compensate somehow.
White has attacked that leg viciously.
White's a smart guy. He's crafty because he knows where that place is to damage and then keeps hitting it over and over again.
And that works as a distraction. Also, you start working that leg over and over again, as you said, and then you open yourself up for tremendous opportunities to the upper body.
Which we just saw. And again, pow. You know, you can hear the impact of flesh on flesh over and over again in these fights. And there's the bell. That brings us into round 2.
White moves right in with his knee attack to the femur. He's just deadening that nerve there.
He's just like an animal out of the cage.
Oh, Ohyabu's in so much pain here.
Just imagine what he's up against, having to fight his agony.
Oh, roundhouse kicks, continually attacking, and 3 knees, and he's down.
Ohyabu dropping, he's on his back, just grimacing in agony, but he's getting back up. The mark of a winner. He's doing it. He's back up. Just to take more. Here comes White again.
White just wading in, and he's out of the way.
Right through the ropes.
Terrific kick to the femurs there. Knocked him down, and knees to the head, knock him out.
That means we've got a new champion, don't we? And there it is, the new champion, the U.S. Shidokan lightweight champion, Patrick White of Chicago, Illinois. The local boy, the crowd loves it.
You can see here 1 and 2. Kicks to the femur, and a terrific knee to the head. He slinks down and falls back towards the canvas.
Right down. Patrick White, the man who said, I want to destroy anybody who gets in my way. And it looks like he has officially done that, huh? A knockout, Patrick White.
He's also beat the current world champion. It's very impressive.
And he's now the new one, and liking it. There's that smile.
And he looks for Concho's approval to jump up on the ropes this time.
All right. You got to like a guy who's eager when he wins, huh?
He's not just winning, he's the champion.
Well, he's working the crowd. And we'll be back to talk to the new champion right after this.
Hey, having a little trouble packing on pounds for sports? Or to even be noticed? You could cram down all this, loaded with fat and cholesterol. Or you could drink a glass of this and pack on quality pounds. It's General Nutrition's Pro Performance 2200 Weight Gainer. 2200 pound packing calories a serving. Fortified with guarana, OKG, creatine, and royal jelly. Beef up your bones with GNC's Pro Performance 2200 Weight Gainer. Get noticed. Get big. Get a life. Only at GNC.
Tonight, or maybe a little bit of both.
Excellent. You did it. You got the title for your city. What do you think?
You know what? I didn't get the title for my city only. I got the title. I just want to say one thing. Chelsea, Daddy did it, baby.
Ah, that's excellent. That's your 3-year-old daughter?
Yes, and I want to,
Is your wife here?
I don't know. I wouldn't let her come. I don't like to let her see me fight. But can I dedicate this fight not only to my daughter and my wife, but to my homies and to my crew. Rafael Linares, who's a champion, and my very good friend, my heart, Bo Medenica.
There's no question that your motivation is unbelievable. What is it? What motivates you in that ring?
I want to destroy everyone who gets in my way. That's it. I wanted to fight. That's it.
To watch this year, ESPN Magazine Hockey 96.